Yeah. Hello,
But
hello,
yeah.
hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girls, my T, Kelly, and Joy. We are about to talk about, I don't know what that is, Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 2. I don't think I'm going to play any intro. We're just going to get into it. Are y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
We ready.
All right. So, y'all ready? Ready? All right. Maybe
We
I will play the
ready.
intro because we don't have enough people on. So, let me go ahead and play an intro because I need to share it. And I hadn't shared it. Have you shared it?
I know that's what I'm literally doing right now.
Okay, let me do a little. I don't know which one I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna play some. Y'all don't care, right? I don't think I have a Huntsville one, do I, Kelly? What is it?
Yeah.
Honey, come on and get this. Honey, come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and come on, come on and come on, yeah. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and come on, come on and come on, yeah. Come on and show you how to get on the money. We ain't gotta hate, it's enough space. Bakery make bread and we get cake. Wait, face beat to the God. I beat all the odds. Stay on my time. Get money. In the land of milk and honey. If you're married, keep your legs funny. Yeah. You wanna eat it 'cause it tastes like honey. Got me feeling like ooh. He love honey like Pooh Bear. Come first like the new year. What you really tryna do here? I'm a vibe on my mood, yeah. Come on and get this honey. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and get this honey. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and come on, come on.
All right, ladies, we got people on. Let's see who is on. Hey, Latoya. Hey, Antoinette. I don't know why I have echo. Do I have two on? Anyway,
Did I send that opening over to you sideways like that?
that's how it loaded. Was it sideways? I didn't even watch it. Y'all know I'm bad.
Be.
All right. So anyway, how is everyone today? It's Tuesday. Look, my friend Katie. Hey, Katie, where you doing? She don't watch the show. She just watching us. But anyway, she said, "Girl, you said don't be talking about my mama." She was like, "I'm gonna start watching y'all." But anyway, so what did y'all think about reunion part 2? We always ask us in the beginning. Come on, people. We have some people watching. I see you. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's do 1 to Wanda, with Wanda being a 10.
1 to Wanda, okay.
1 to Wanda. Hi, Sandy. How did you rate the part 2 of the reunion? 1 to Wanda. Okay, Callie, you first.
Wanda kind of devalues the situation. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5.
All right. So, hey, Velma. All right. What about
doing Union or Wanda? Wanda or the reunion? Wanda
no, I'm
reunion?
saying Wanda's 10. Like if number 1 is 1, but if it's really good, it'll be Wanda. So, what do you think?
Oh, it was a Wanda.
It was a Wanda. Okay.
I thought that was one of the best. This is one of the best reunions. I was live tweeting. This is one of the best reunions I've seen.
So Latoya gives it a good.
Am I slow? It's not internet slow.
No, you kind of
It's my.
I don't know. Talk a little bit, but I know what you're saying. Who else? Come on, Velma.
I'm talking now.
I rated 1 to 10. 10 being crazy. The best. What did you give it? A 7. Okay. Yeah, your little blurry, Joy, is going in and out. Let's see. Yes, this was a good reunion. So, what do y'all think? Is Carlos still living up to your expectations as a host?
Carlos is fierce.
Carlos is fierce.
He just is not holding back. I like it.
And Velma's giving it a 9. So we were talking a little bit earlier before we got on live about the hosting, and Joy was saying that, hey, Sandy, that she gives an 8. Funky Daniva was supposed to host, and then there was a conflict. So, or did he just say he didn't want to do it?
He said he didn't want to do it. He said he thinks he could be the second best to Carlos, but he was glad. Yeah. He didn't like Carlos the first year or something like that, but he thought he did real good, and he would have been the second best person to do it.
So, do you think we were talking a little bit? Go ahead.
One of the reasons he didn't want to do it is because he said that the fans are volatile. They're kind of aggressive. They're more, and I've noticed that in reality TV. I personally think it's because we as fans are too close to the cast. We have too much access to the cast.
All right,
and
so do you think they're in the group?
In the know.
So, like, because they're in the groups, you feel like there's too much access because they're in those groups,
and too much on social media. It's almost like it's personal. When we argue,
I don't go in those groups.
It's personal.
Yeah, I don't go in those groups because they are like crazy. So I say out.
Are y'all in them? Not Carlos. I saw Funky's video. I didn't hear him say that part, Joy, but it shocks me.
No. I said in my opinion. That's why.
Oh,
I'm saying that's why.
It shocks me though. I wonder if he really would feel that way because he's volatile in many ways. So, but I like.
He probably would like it.
He don't play. I mean,
yeah, those.
Well, I think it's because he really is in the know. If he has Carlos King as a plug while he watches the show, I'm sure he can pick up the phone and call Carlos and have a real conversation.
Right.
So when people talk in, as Latoria says, definitive terms, a lot of times people feel like, it's personal. Because we feel like we got the answer. It's just like, it's certain things that I even get frustrated about that I know for a fact. Because I'm one of those fans that isn't zealous, but I've had conversations or interactions directly with some of the cast. So it's a couple of things that either they line that I feel like I know.
Right. Because those groups,
but these
so
groups
like you're watching their social media, right, Antoinette?
And I'll give you
crazy. Go ahead.
I'll give you an example. Ariane, the way there's this big thing now about her coming on the show. Now, I'll be honest. I want to see it because I want to be entertained about her coming on the show. But take away all of the silliness. I understand why she does those lives because the way that from her end, she's defending herself. While we may think she doesn't have anything to defend herself from. Can you imagine being called every slut in synonym in the world and you just gotta take it? And this isn't for a couple of weeks. I mean, this is 3 years running. And people act like she exposed herself. She didn't.
So Antoinette needs to get away from that. She doesn't follow them on social media and she doesn't watch the lives.
I've never seen any of her lives. The lives clips that I've seen have been because people may post something and may talk about it, but I've never seen any of her lives. But all I keep thinking about is Monica Lewinsky, where you had somebody that did something that was absolutely inappropriate and you are vilified. And I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be vilified. I'm just simply saying I understand why she defends herself.
Monica didn't call Hillary.
Do that.
She didn't call Hillary every day and was like, Hillary, I'm sucking your man's penis. Monica didn't do that. Monica didn't have no baby by Bill Clinton.
What is that? But I think the point is you have a woman who got into an inappropriate relationship with a married man, and the press vilified her. I'm not talking about, and this is what we're doing. We're not the press. We are the people. We are the fans. And today there was a thread that was talking about how stupid she was because she couldn't pass a nursing's test.
Really?
I'm not over exaggerating. That it was some test that nurses have to take. And that she failed that test, and that her and Martell, because they two dummies, deserved each other. That's not. I think that's taking it too far.
Well, but
I ain't go to nurse. I tried to do nursing school when I first went to college.
Yeah,
it was hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It was hard.
So Sandy says Ariane is an airhead, and she doesn't know the difference between being famous and infamous. But Monica went to Washington to get her presidential knee pads, so she got found out.
She did expose herself, though. In my opinion.
Right, Monica didn't have the baby. Okay. Woo!
Right. And Areola, in my opinion,
I almost said something so inappropriate.
Don't say.
No, she didn't have a baby because it was on a blue
the
shirt.
minute that she
That's so
stepped out in
inappropriate.
public anywhere with that man. She exposed herself.
All right, but let's get to the show. Okay. We got a lot to cover, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it ended, the first reunion ended with this like pause. Like it was, what did Kimmy say? The silence is deafening. So
what was the question?
So Carlos asked if he met, what's her name for real? Ariane before Melody, would he have married her?
Yeah.
And he didn't answer. Who answered? Do y'all know who answered?
Yes, this picture. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember who answered it. No, he didn't answer. He didn't want to answer. He didn't want to answer it. That's
Marcel said no, because she wanted him for the money. Marcel said that. Why didn't he answer?
Because he don't want to hurt either one of them. Because
wait a minute, though. Ariane wanted him for the money. Is that what you think, Monty?
That's what Marcel said. She said she wanted him because he had money.
Okay.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he would have married her if he didn't know Mel?
No.
The real answer is, why didn't he answer the question? Because he's not married.
No, she didn't, Sandy. No, she didn't say that.
Mel that.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Monica would never. Do not put her in the same category as Monica. Monica would never do that to Hillary, okay?
Was that when the show had aired? Because I do remember that. Because she went on the text, because she was on a campaign. Because I do remember, I told you she was posting stuff on Twitter too. That was just disgusting. Ariane. I think she got kicked off Twitter because of those. Because she used to tweet.
And I think
she used to tweet what to get kicked off?
She used to tweet. Okay, so do y'all remember when Melanie was pregnant? And there was an episode where they went to homecoming at A&M. And they were walking around. I want to say, because they were tailgate. You know how people tailgate? She was, I can't remember if it was he was eating, or I don't know if he was eating ice cream. It was something that you hold in your mouth and you either eat or bite, or corn. Right. I think it was corn. It was something that you would eat at like a fair or something.
Right.
She tweeted on Twitter, eating corn in the afternoon, but eating my behind in the morning. I'm almost positive those tweets end up getting her kicked off of Twitter. She also tweeted something like, she tweeted something like, every time your man call me or contact me, I'ma let you know.
Ariola tweeted that she was talking about
I'm almost positive she got kicked off of Twitter because of these tweets. This was because y'all have to remember that this was the beginning, I think, of the second season.
So was he with Mel back again, or was he with her?
Yeah, Mel was pregnant.
So why is she bothering him if Mel is pregnant?
Because they started. I mean, if you, I don't know the real, but you kind of think this show got them back together. As sick as it was.
They were probably gonna stay
because they weren't talking.
Yeah,
he says it and she says it, but it was because the show aired. They started communicating again.
If I was, so that girl has been used and lied to for years. Coleslaw. That's what we gonna call her because that was wrong. All right,
she did some horrible. Horrible. When she first came out, it was terrible. I'm almost positive she got kicked off Twitter because of those tweets.
So she tweeted that Martell tossed her salad.
Yes. To answer your question, and she didn't.
She's nasty.
And she didn't say that. That would have been nice. It was something.
Oh, it was worse than that.
Yeah, it was like eating corn in the afternoon after eating in this morning. It was something like that because it was something he was eating that she referenced that to.
See, I don't like. Okay, so do y'all? I don't think Martell would be with her. She's too childish. Do y'all think so?
Her on her live.
Oh, Latoya said, but yet he's worried about Mel and her song.
Well,
Latoya preaching.
I had some stuff to say too, but you said it for me, Tori. She also admitted that she kept calling Martell's phone when Mel picked up. Coleslaw told Mel she didn't call her. See, this is disrespect. Hillary would look. Monica would never. Different category. This girl.
I think my comments is coming from.
I know
how we as fans, or in her case, the press and the opinion that you're vilified forever. I'm not saying that. Okay, I don't necessarily
those tweets alone.
Well, but I mean, you know what?
I don't like this line of questioning because I feel like I'm taking up for her. I'm not comfortable in this line of conversation.
You're not part of Side Chick organization. Side Chick 101, Joy class.
So let's move on.
How much Mel charge for her class? 3,000.
No, but look, that's
what 1,500.
That's something else that makes me uncomfortable because I don't like that I feel a sense of empathy for her. I don't like that. And not empathy like, girl, it's going to be okay. Just, this is too much. You ain't got to talk about her intelligence.
That is true.
It's too much to go with. Like,
you
passing a nursing test.
So you feel sympathy for Areola.
Empathy.
I do. Empathy,
not sympathy.
Hillary
would have
but not for Mel.
I have a lot of sympathy for Mel. I've said 100 times I don't understand her. I don't know how many times I keep saying it every week. It's not that I don't feel something for her situation. I don't understand her.
Okay. Martell is only interested in having his toy soldier satisfied. Sandy, you was good, honey. Some Tik Tok.
What's the toy soldier?
That's it. The eggplant emoji. Okay. But none for Mel. She said she had it for Mel. Tessa. Hey, Tessa.
I didn't say that. I definitely have empathy. I definitely have empathy for her. I feel bad for her. I just don't understand her because
it just doesn't.
But do you understand why Areola stay?
No, to me, there's but see, I don't know what the situation is with Mel. I know too much. I don't understand a situation where you're being hurt over and over again. You done went from being hurt privately to being hurt publicly. I don't understand why you continue to stay. I get your husband telling you stuff, but this girl is posting online. I know if I saw this tweet, how could she not?
True.
I don't understand.
She was answering the phone call.
And not only that, she got pregnant with her baby and then got pregnant again. I don't. I just
Olivia,
don't understand.
Don't get kicked off, Olivia. We can kick you off. Talk to us about some good stuff. All right. So let's get back into it.
What happened?
I don't know what that word is she's saying.
Oh, and let me also say this. One of the reasons why I don't understand, because every time I say this, people are like, well, that's because you perfect or you ain't never been hurt like that. No, I haven't. Because if I feel pain or just a little long, deuces.
You do, me too. I walk away too fast. And I'm trying to stop doing that. But I have been a person who, even in friendships, I'm like, I'm done. I ain't got time. But I see why Mel stayed. I feel like she was like, this is my husband. For better or for worse.
She got a family.
We got our kids.
Babies.
I don't want my kids to be in a broken home.
I get it.
And then the side chick ain't gonna win. Like, you don't want the side chick to win. Like, ring the alarm. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't profiting off of this.
And she said she's not in competition with her. Do you think she really is? You think she feels like she is?
Absolutely. That's the reason
why
why
she doesn't want him back.
That's why it still hurts her when she says things like, "You're going to compare me to the wife."
No,
you don't want to answer. Yeah,
to the
side chick.
Let's ask that question to the people watching. Yeah. Do you feel like Mel feels like she's in competition with?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
She even talks that way. This is what I believe, all this.
I'm team Mel. Okay, he was another one. Ain't no man gonna show me his ass and get out of my bed and go to the mistress. I mean, that's crazy. So this is what I believe. Mel ought to say to Martell and say, as she said, "Oh boy, licked it." Like that's what I said. He slurped it, man. I said, honey, I would have been like, and I liked it. That would have tore Martell up.
Yeah, I would have definitely did. I told him like I did it. Even if I didn't, I would have told him.
I would have started playing Lollipop. Who's saying that Lil Wayne Lollipop? That would have been what I would have licked it like a lollipop.
Smiled at me. Ew. And this was doing,
okay, we're gonna get on that pandemic. Too. So y'all answer the question. Do you all feel like Mel feels like she's in competition with Ariana?
Yeah, definitely.
Ariana. Okay.
What's the competition, Joy? Though, why competition now?
She talks in competitive terms.
She said
when she says, "Why would you even care if he would marry you? If he would have married her?" And it hurt her when she went back there and crying. That's what she was crying about.
That he didn't answer.
Stage with her mother.
Let's get to that.
How you gonna put me up against a side chick? That's comparing the two.
I think that's the audacity. That's not a comparison. That's like, how does Mickey
I agree, Montique.
Going to have the audacity to compare me, because he's comparing them, not her. She's not comparing herself to them. Because he was like, when did he say they graduate from the same school? Like that kind of stuff. He's doing that. She's not.
Right.
Well,
I agree. Well, what y'all think?
I mean, I think the second Mel learns how to turn her emotions off is the day, for one, I could say that she's over this. It's too many emotions with her that's involved, and it could be because they're doing the show together. I don't really know. They tend to do the show. They tend to be filming like in the spring, summer. They really don't film it's not like it's all year round, but she still got to see them every other week with her kids.
Kids.
It's just too many emotions.
I have a question about that. Can they not get like a mediator or somebody who handles the exchange? Do they have to exchange it? I feel like I would want that. Would you not?
They could even make a deal with, I think Martell's. I don't think Melanie's mom live in the same city, but I don't think she does. But I think Martell's mom does. But I'm thinking she's a working mom. They maybe could do the exchange.
Lovita from the Steve Harvey show. Who's Lovita?
Lovita Alizé Jenkins. You know who she is.
Girl, my husband used to love
I love Lovita Alizé Jenkins.
Yeah,
is that the one that was mean to Sheree?
She was married to. She went with Sadie.
Yeah.
Mel is in her home class. She was humiliated. That was me, the audacity to compare. She was humiliated by the comparison. Mel is a diamond, and Ariana, I don't know her name, is cut.
Ariana.
Glass, hence a zirconia.
Areola.
All right, Sandy, she won't back off. That's crazy. No one can drop them off at the sheriff's office to exchange them. Yeah, I think they need to have a safe space to exchange the kids. And I think that would take off some of the, because they're volatile. I don't think that, because she was like, we're nothing. He's the father of my kids. Like, she's done with him.
She should be. He's always trying to embarrass her worse than she's already embarrassed. So I understand her anger,
So you think when he said that he was in, but he said, you ain't gonna talk about me like that.
He's
like
also called her a
when she was like, Rolls Royce to a Honda, and he was like, no, y'all went to the same school, and she was like, how dare you something? He said, well, she's the mother of my kids. You ain't gonna embarrass me like that. I was like, what the hell does that have to do with you?
I think that neither one of them should talk about the other. Hopefully he goes hard for Mel the same way. I have to assume that he does. Or maybe Ariane ain't talking about him. Because I think that this is really one of the things, is that Ariane is frustrated that she keeps being the subject of conversation.
Well, then she should have considered that, Joy. I mean, how can we, the fans, she's looking at a show that we're watching. We keep coming back. That's why it's still on. How can she avoid that if we know about it? And that is kind of the main tension of the show.
And then if that's the main tension of the show, this is her argument. And I'm not. I've told you I'm very uncomfortable with this line of conversation.
What's her argument?
Her argument is, then if that's going to be the crux of the show, I should be offered the same platform.
But okay,
why? We're in season 3 now.
And for 3 solid seasons, if you ask anybody what is this show about, they gonna tell you about. They gonna spend the first 10 minutes talking about Martell and Melody,
and without Areola. So why bring her on now?
Well, okay, so but it wasn't Mel.
Nobody want to continue to see them argue no more.
But it wasn't Mel who brought up the comparison. It was Marcel. Really it was when he said that they were together and that Martell was more aggressive, and he kept saying that she ain't it, man. Like she ain't the one. Like you don't need to. She's not like your wife. So it wasn't Mel that was comparing. It was Marcel. And then that's when Mel was like, oh yeah, because I'm a Rolls Royce and she's a Honda or whatever. So she didn't start that. Marcel did. Now, what do y'all think about the men being around her? Hold on. No one cares how she feels. Like you said, Callie, she should have considered the mess when I agree. I don't care how she feels, but
oh, y'all just mean.
I'm not mean.
We're mean.
I think that's mean.
She's not mean.
Who?
Areola.
I think that she gonna have a long conversation with God one day.
Oh,
that's what I think.
I don't have a picture. I need that picture of them in the club that she took.
Well, and anyway, she ain't gonna be happy about it, or she ain't gonna be pleased with her own behavior. But and come on, let's talk about that tweet, that Instagram.
Oh yeah, I was ready, but I don't have a
go
picture.
Ahead.
So hold on, let's see what people are saying.
Well, let me just say this about this particular segment. This whole segment, I wish they. For one, I kind of sort of want her to go away, and she won't go away if we keep talking about.
That's true. She won't.
She will not go away because if we stop talking about her, she will. But when all of these guys, y'all realize that was an entire segment regarding them,
yeah,
and regarding her.
It was
they don't mention her name. They don't. But everybody who watches this show knows her name. Even if they don't know her name, they call her Coleslaw. So with that being said, all of this was surrounded around them in 2015. The guys going to Atlanta for a guys trip.
Yeah,
and when they were on this guys trip, apparently Marceau had a picture. What's interesting about that picture, he posted it on Instagram. I don't know if he did it Sunday night or Saturday night.
He was
Monday morning. But he posted a picture of all of them, proving for one that Maurice was there, Marceau was there, Martell was there, all these M's, and somebody else.
Was it Barrick or Cedric? It was one of them, I think.
He didn't look familiar to me.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
But I don't know. It was a fourth guy there. Well, what was interesting when he posted that picture,
I'm misbehaving.
And on Instagram tagged Ariane and said, "Who took this picture?" And Ariane said, "That's not the one." Is that it? No,
that's
Martell.
Who tagged Ariane? Who tagged her?
Let me see. I got
Martell did.
He tagged her and said, "Great picture, Ariane."
Yeah, she took the picture.
There you go.
So what kind
it said, "Good job."
A grown woman goes into craziness with a man like that. Who took that? Good job, Ariane. I know I was married at the time, but
amazing moment.
Texting. What? Who does that?
I have a question about this.
I mean, he's single now. He can tag whoever
We're talking about the picture, Joy.
But why would he do that to his boys?
Huh?
Why would he do that to his boys?
Who?
Martell.
Why would Marceau post it?
And why did she get so bold and
let's start there. Let's not start in the middle. Why would Marceau post it?
Why would Marceau cheat?
I don't know if he is or not.
Marceau is slick. He is very slick. Notice how he rose. He got a vasectomy without telling his wife. He makes certain no babies. See, he's smarter than Martell, though, Sandy. He makes certain that no babies are going to come from him. Ariana is bright. She is. So why did he post that picture? Because it proved that his brother was there.
Well, Maurice admitted to Kimmy that he was there.
Right, but that was behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know if he didn't know if that was going to be shown or not.
And I was wondering maybe he didn't forget because it was 2015. Like,
he said he had never been anywhere with her, really. You're going to remember on a boys' trip, some chick coming on a boys' trip with your boy who's married to another woman. You going to forget that?
Of course not.
Okay. He said he forgot.
I'm trying to help him out here. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mo.
What do y'all think about them saying? Because Kimmy said she would have left. So,
but Maurice is a friend. That's all I can say. And I noticed that Martell never says anything. But y'all heard it. Ariane said that Maurice was with some linebacker looking girl. I got that. Martell never says anything about Maurice because Maurice shuts his mouth.
But Marceau kept going.
Because Marceau is messy. He and Tish are messy.
That made Areola tell her to kind of be quiet. What part is that?
Okay, they deleted a lot of stuff.
They did. I tried to catch.
He deleted a lot of stuff because he was being playful with her for a second. He was being playful with her. I can't remember. I may have it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, she posted this later.
Yeah, she posted.
I know a lot. When you speak on me, I speak on you. Well, you know, Ariane, there's like several. I don't even want to talk about that.
Because this is when she said she was with the linebacker.
Yeah.
Was that Kiowa?
I don't think it was Kiowa.
So what would do y'all think it was wrong for them to stay? People who are watching, would you have stayed because we're women, so we're going to turn the tables. If you had a girlfriend and she was married and her boo thing came and y'all were on a trip, would you have stayed with her or would you have left? Because because they're all friends. You're friends with her husband.
I mean, they out of town together. So where you going?
To
the hotel. And they were in a club. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say I would have sat down and had a drink, but I would try to understand. I ain't going to even lie. If it was a friend of mine, I wouldn't leave my friend. I would have sat there and try to figure out why are you doing this.
I agree with Tessa Talk. Women leave, but men are different. If we're sitting around with a group of girls and one of the girls brings a man that's not her husband, that's really uncomfortable for us. I got to go.
I don't know. Would you leave your friend though with the guy? Well, I mean, no, I would have left, but we talking about men. Men are different.
Yeah,
they really are.
I've been in similar situations. I got to go unless the girl says, okay, I'm about to, unless I'm specifically asked to do something. I don't know, but it just would be too uncomfortable. And I'm not a really good liar. So it's probably best that
I'm not good.
Okay, so here's a pro male comment. Now, do you all understand why first season Mel was so mad in the first season, the second half, about hanging around Marceau and them and how that's why. That's why. Because they knew, and there is a lot of truth. I say whatever you want to some of the things.
She said she didn't know though.
She said she didn't know. She said, did he come home and tell her? How did she find out? Tish on the stage. I can't remember. Because she found out. Did Marceau come and tell her after the thing? Or did she find out later?
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
I can't remember how she said.
Yeah. So you told. Would you tell? Okay, I have a question. Would you tell her?
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't tell.
Absolutely.
I would say it depends. Oh, she's my friend. Oh, I wouldn't tell. Okay.
I can't say I would tell. I can't say. I will say this. When I was married, my employees told me about my husband cheating.
Really?
Yes, they did. My employees told me that. And I said, that I don't believe it. This girl is Section 8, all
right.
I said,
like Nell did Honda Rolls Royce.
They told me dates and times and everything. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you do tell, you need pictures.
I don't, but see, I was so mad and hurt that I don't know that I could tell somebody that.
Oh, so would you rather not know? Am I getting personal?
I'm glad I know. Oh, no. Okay. But that's not easy to hear from anybody.
Yeah. That's what Luann was saying on the girls' trip.
Yeah.
She was so mad at Bethany, but she was like, I'm glad she told me, but I wish she had told me off camera first.
Why do you think Martell felt it was okay, knowing that they know Mel and they are all friends with Melody, to bring this woman up?
That's a good question.
Why did he feel like okay to bring?
Yeah,
because I guess it depends on how long was she around. Did she stop by to get his credit card to go shopping with the girl?
She was there.
How long was she around?
And one of them, he said she stayed with us in one of the text and one of the chat.
He did. Yes, I remember that. She stayed. Yeah.
But she can't blame him, and that was a lie. I'm telling it. I don't play that, so I refuse to be in somebody. So she would tell. If she's my friend, I would tell her my friendship and loyalty demands it.
Oh my God, I just.
Can I say this? And I don't want people to be offended, please.
He is Rose.
I do wonder, is that why so many women are so angry at Martell? And maybe that's why I'm not. Because people have experienced. No, not like women, not like a lot of these women. It's so much vitriol, like Martell cheated on them.
Well, he might remind them.
And I do wonder this situation kind of triggers you?
Yeah, it triggers them.
If that's the issue, is that why it's so personal?
What kind of makes me upset about Martell, and I don't know if it's y'all, is that he continued. Like, if you are not happy with your wife, and this girl is giving you so much, and she's the whole restaurant, like Melody said, why?
He didn't say that. Was what Carlos said.
But why don't you leave? Like, I feel like he just kept. I feel like he was greedy. Mel was giving him this, and she was giving him head, and he wanted both. Like Carlos said, do you think he was in love with two women or not? What do y'all think?
I do think so.
Do y'all think that
Mr. Haven said Martell was comfortable because they were all cheating? And then that was my question. I asked, why do y'all think he was comfortable? Anybody else?
I'm not offended.
Miss Haven said, I'm not offended. I'm triggered. Because I think that's what happens. Because I think that there's so much anger behind it. I don't necessarily understand.
Do y'all think that Areola should have stopped associating with Martell after a while? Or
they did quite a few times.
Well, I'm not talking about in 2017, the 3 months, but in general, not just one time. The first time she was with him and heard that he was married, would you guys have expected her to cut off everything? And then we wouldn't be in this position now? Or what are your thoughts on that? Should she have been the one to hold it off?
You're saying, so if it had happened before the show and she never got back with, okay. I don't think it would hit different. I do think it would hit different. I still think it would be vitriol because all of what Melanie pretty much is they wouldn't be divorced.
I feel like
they wouldn't be divorced.
I'm gonna answer this question and people may be shocked. But if Mel couldn't leave him alone because he was talking stuff in her ear and she seems to be a little more mature than this other girl, and he was able to get in her head and make her stay, it was probably hard for her to leave too. I mean, it's something about him and the words that he says to these women that makes them believe that they should stay with him. And if Mel couldn't get from under that spell of thinking she could stay with him, I don't think that Coleslaw could either, because I don't even think she's mentally capable of fighting that.
I mean, and I'm asking
maturity wise, not maturity wise.
Yeah. How do you what gives you all that conclusion though?
From what the little few interviews that I saw, I had to turn them off because she seems very immature.
What interview has she done?
It's the one I put in there.
She's done a lot.
But she was like, I can go sit on his face right now if I want. That's what she said, and I was like, I'm getting off. I put it in our little chat thing, and the stuff that she was saying was just very immature. And I was just like, so he probably
somebody was saying, this girl is old enough really to be my child.
Right,
that's how old I am, because she was born in the 90s. That's all I have to say.
Right. Well, yeah, in the first year, did he say the Bible said he could cheat? Because Antoinette said he said that. Did he say that? I think he said that in the Bible, men have multiple wives. Child. I do remember that. Antoinette, you are right. Each person is different. Yeah. Or maybe Melody planned her extra strategy using. I feel like she did plan it using the show.
I'm with you, Misbehaving. Yeah. I've been saying if you go back and rewatch it, just for kicks and giggles, if you got a couple of days doing winter break, if you have cable and you have on cable, you can download the app and you can watch all the this for free.
That's Tessa.
It is very high school.
I really haven't. I've heard little clips of her, but I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't. I've seen some things that she tweets. All of this stuff that we get, I'm in groups. So what the groups post, I might see, but I've never sat down and watched the whole live. I've seen pictures of her, but that's really about it.
Very immature.
And she's even more immature when she is going with Martell when he tags her in something. She's typing right along to co-sign.
But see, to me, that's Martell is a gang guy. Because Melanie was like that. That's one of the reasons why I thought that they looked so good together. They were gang.
Yeah, they were.
And she's gang.
Tagging her. Martell is not gang. When you gang, you don't tell on your friends. You together.
No, what I mean by gang is they're loyal isn't necessarily to other people. It's really to that guy. Stones. They all cheated.
Yeah, they did all cheat. I mean, I believe it. I do believe that.
Those guys, and they're gang. So she likes that. That's right up her mental alley.
So why is she sticking around, you guys?
I don't think that she is. I don't think they're together.
No, because he doesn't want to be
some
with
of
her.
The tweets and stuff that he puts out there.
I don't necessarily think she wants a steady bull either.
I don't think you would put up with that childish behavior if you're not riding all the way with this man.
I don't think that she necessarily wants him either. I really don't think she does.
Oh, please.
I think it's all fun and games when you have him temporarily. It's totally different when you got a feed. Girl, y'all ain't never lived with no man. I
know it's totally
you got to feed him. Martell is a male.
He ain't cut him off publicly yet. He still wants that man.
Martell is a borderline male chauvinist. So he's expecting her to do in a woman's place. It's different to have that guy come over on Thursday for 2 hours, and then I gotta have you all the time. I gotta cook after you and take care of you. Get you and your 4 babies out of here.
So you would have a baby by a man, but not think you're gonna be with him.
And the reason that I don't think she wants him, she still parties and stuff. She's still club hopping and stuff.
But that's fine. People in relationships party in clubs.
She's only 15.
Nah, with 2 babies.
Martell irks me because
a 40-year-old boyfriend.
All he had to do was sincerely apologize, show remorse for hurting her. But he is. He's too cocky. Hold on. This is.
Now I like his cockiness. He's something about a Southern man that's an alpha.
I like his cockiness too. I think it can be sexy, except for when it's stupid. Like, oh, don't ask me about my baby's birthday. I mean, I'm okay with
that. Yeah.
But some of that stuff is just downright.
So LaToya said he's telling on them because they telling on him. Sandy said Martell's only concerned with his desires. No regard for anybody else's feelings. He hurt his wife,
Sandy.
His kids. Now they have a baby brother that they know they didn't see their mother pregnant. He hurt his mother-in-law. He hurt his mom too. Yeah, okay, she said that. Yeah, he did. Martell hurt a lot of people within this.
and he doesn't care, or maybe
he
he
cares,
not. But he's not necessarily trying to put a stop to that pain with some of the things that he still does.
I think Ariola still thinks that they're going to live happily ever after. I could be wrong. I
don't think so,
but I think so. They say her first baby daddy was married. Coleslaw, is that true? They showed him in the man's wife.
Oh, I don't know.
If she don't start a side chick saw her at school. All right, so let's get back to the show. I'm sorry, y'all. So Carlos said he was in love with 2 women and that Mel maybe wasn't enough. And Mel said she was enough. And Martell agreed. I thought that was nice of him because normally he tried to put her down. But in that moment, he said that he really wanted his family, but it was something that pulled them away.
He kept saying that. He was like, I believe that you tried. He was like, I did. I wanted my family.
He wanted it.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that it's kind of like if you look at things that you really want, an addict, that there is a strong desire to be clean. I don't want to say he's an addict, but y'all understand what I'm saying? There's a strong desire to want to do right, but something just keeps pulling you.
So do you use condoms when you toss a salad?
I don't know. I've never tossed a salad and will not.
Is there a butt condom?
I don't know.
There's dental dams.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Because I'm just thinking, if he's up here in the cold doing salad tossing and then goes home and kissing all on his wife and stuff.
She knew.
Oh, that's nasty. Stop it.
She knew it. Kelly, she literally posted it online.
That's why I'm wondering I hope they're using okay.
And this was doing
12-year-old just walking on the show.
I know. That's why I put my head down. Did you see me put my head down?
I was about to text you.
Yes, they are for oral, but that's what they do. Yeah, so if you back in the back doing a salad toss, put that little ding.
Okay, I'm not doing that. So,
I don't know.
And
me
Tori,
either,
you
but
not be
I'm
either.
just thinking about.
Look at me.
So you done tossed all this salad, went over here back and forth, and you don't want to be with this, so you're gonna keep passing the residue from that salad around and around and around Hollywood.
Okay, my nose itchy. Sandy, I agree. Martell is negative, type, cocky, as in hurt you. So it felt good to me. It's all about me. You come back to me or what? Do you think that Martell thought Mel would ever leave him? No. So is that why you think he kept going, like he could have his cake and eat it too?
But I think when he told, although Mel had already left him. Okay, so just talk about, I ain't gonna even go there. But allegedly, him and Mel didn't get back together. Martell claims this and Ariane until, in other words, during that time, during quarantine, both Martell and Ariane claimed that they weren't messing around. But she thought that he was. And when she left, I don't know exactly when she left. I don't know if it was in April, but I know it was before Mother's Day. She left and went to Atlanta. That's when they started messing around.
So he couldn't let her be alone to go to Atlanta to clear her mind. He had to just do it.
I'm just that both of them claim that. And it kind of fits based off of when this baby was due. That's about right. She got pregnant around April. That's true.
So his wife can't leave.
No. Mel left him. If you listen, it's kind of collaborating what they said. Mel left him, not went to bed.
She left him because she thought he was cheating. Why did he go down to Atlanta and be like, baby, I'm not cheating. Let me prove myself to you. Let me do. But he ran to the fellatio woman. It's not helping, Joy. It's not.
I'm not defending his man.
Okay, no.
I'm just telling you what he's saying, what they saying. And Mel kind of collaborated because one of the questions that Carlos asked her was, would they be together if he didn't get her pregnant? And Mel said, I had already left before there was a baby. That kind of collaborates with what he was saying and Ariane was saying. That she got pregnant and Mel came back around Mother's Day. And it was at Mother's Day that he told her she was pregnant. I forgot the point I was trying to make.
I don't know either. That got mad because he should have.
I was like,
ran
is
after
he gonna
his
come
wife.
back to me? Look, I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, is he gonna come back to me?
I wish he would have ran after his wife. It's like so many. If I could go back and fix some things, so they.
Oh, that's a well.
Go ahead.
The baby sealed the deal. I think that, and it was so early in the pregnancy that, and then Mel found out she was pregnant too.
Ooh.
Now I can't hear you guys much. I don't know why, but did you say Mel went back when she knew Ariola was pregnant?
No, I'm saying for Mother's Day, she came back to Huntsville. Okay. And at Mother's Day, he told her that she was that old girl was pregnant. She had to be just barely a couple of weeks.
I said the same thing
because she had that baby in December. And Mel found out she was pregnant too. Woo. So I don't know in what order, but she terminated that pregnancy and then and filed for divorce.
Really?
Because if you look at the dates that she filed for, it was at the end of May.
So she terminated pregnancy. What?
I don't know when, but she found out she was pregnant and she terminated that. She said it. She terminated.
I know it was in the interview, but I had the timeline wrong.
That's the timeline. And I don't know if it was March, April, May. It was early spring. And I don't know if she terminated the pregnancy because she thought Martell was cheating or that she found out Ariane was pregnant too. I don't know that.
So Melody said she left.
That's what I just said.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
That's what I just said, Misbehaving. She left before she even found out about the baby. But my point is, when she came back, he told her that he had gotten Ariane pregnant. And Martell, it was so early in the pregnancy, you have to wonder, was that him saying, so just go ahead and do what you do? That's when I felt like, because most men, I would think, would try to hide it as long as humanly possible.
I don't think that Ariola would let that be hidden. She gonna call Melody and be like, girl,
maybe
I peed on a stick. You want me to send you the picture? She probably sent her the picture. No. So April 3rd and signed her divorce papers April 4th.
Did y'all see the end clip?
Alicia, how many she have?
Yeah, she had 2.
I'm about to hold on. I gotta put our thing up. Y'all ain't finna give me
allegedly. We know she talked about one, but allegedly she had another one. And we saying allegedly because I don't know that. I don't know if she said that.
Yes, I'm putting up our thing. Let me leave it up for a minute. Okay, we need our coins, honey. We work hard for our money.
No, because boy, Cardi B finna tear up somebody.
Yes, honey. We can't.
I'm just telling. We don't know. We telling you.
Y'all ain't getting me, Felicia. You ain't getting me, Sue. But keep talking. Okay. Is it possible she left him in early 2020 because they were still together during the pandemic? We shut down in February 2020.
No, we shut down in March. They literally, I could tell you when they stopped filming, only because my daughter was in Huntsville. I had to go pick her up March the 20th. It's so many dates that I remember because that week was just a terrible week. So we had to go pick up my daughter the 20th. Huntsville shut down March the 20th. I know that for a fact. And if you remember, production for second season was halted in the middle. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was halted.
That's when I started watching.
Correct. Yeah. They couldn't go back and film until maybe it was summertime. Maybe it was June or July, because they were leading up to the election. Remember, they were doing that election stuff. They had a couple of sign-ups and they did door to door. That's when Wanda and Kimmy got into it.
Yes, I remember that.
So yeah, that was 2020. They couldn't film until later.
Yes, bro, we do have a YouTube and all that stuff. But most people watch us on Facebook, but you can watch us on YouTube too. I think Misbehaving,
like and subscribe.
Marsha, Felicia, and Tessa are watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
But so anyway, let me get back to our thing, y'all. We done got off subject. We can't help it. Martell's mama told Melly about the pregnancy. So did Martell or the mom?
No.
The
Martell's mother told her that she was having a boy.
Yeah, Martell's mama said it was
Martell. Melanie. Now, I have not watched Ariane's live, but I do watch Mel's.
What she said?
Mel told us that on Mother's Day, that Martell told her that that's why I have a specific date.
He said it on Mother's Day?
On Mother's Day, she was back in Huntsville. And because she had left. And on Mother's Day, he told her that Ariane was pregnant. That's what Mel said. And she found out she was having a boy by his mother. My husband loves saying that line. I heard you having a baby boy. Congratulations. He says that random. Because he thought that was so funny.
What? If y'all want to join us, y'all can. That's the link to join us on the video. And you don't have to show your face. You can show a little avatar.
Oh, yeah. Join us. If y'all want to join, come on.
That is low down and dirty. See, I be learning stuff because I'm not in the groups. I feel like sometimes I'm kind of the viewer that probably should be watching because I don't know certain stuff. So when y'all say, I be like, what? So that's low down dirty.
Yeah, I do watch Mel's lives periodically, but yeah, she does them all the time. That's why I was saying, and she told all the tea. The fact, because Martell was mad that she told folks that they was having a boy. Because that was something that Mel kind of took away from her, she feels like.
Well, you remember at the, what was it? Who was it? Somebody's birthday? Was it a birthday? Marceau or somebody asked her, are y'all going to try for a boy? It was on one of the videos and she was like, no, I don't think we're going to have no more. So for this girl to be pregnant.
You felt the sting when her mother told her. When his mother told her that when she was like, and I'm sure I'm gonna love this little boy, because the mother spilled it, not trying to. She was just like, these are all of my, these are my grandbabies. I'm gonna love him like I love all of them. And Melanie said, it's a boy. I remember that. Girl, I felt that.
That breaks my soul.
I remember that too.
Yeah,
sad.
she was like, it's a boy.
So do y'all believe Mel when she said that she believed in her husband, that he would do right and choose his family? They were still enjoying each other, having vacations, having sex, having babies, and that's why she didn't leave. So, Jordan, do you believe that? And then, because I know you say you don't know why she stayed.
I believe that Martell, y'all may not like him, but I think that he's quite charming.
Yeah.
But charming. He's charming. She believed him because he's charming.
He's charismatic. He's very.
I think he's charming. I think that he's cute. He appears to be the type of guy that is intense.
Yeah.
In my head, when I write, I call them book boyfriends. When I write, I'm an author, by the way. When I write stories, usually the men that I write are very cocky. They always Southern.
Jesus Christ.
They're arrogant. Generally speaking, I call them book boyfriends. That's what I like on paper. So Martell fits that. Yeah, I think he's charming.
Therese does not agree with
think that if he's whispering in his wife's ear and he's intense about it, you want to believe him.
I mean, I would believe that from him the first couple times, but come year 4, I mean.
Oh no, I'm with you on that. But that's
what you think about that, Antoinette? Is that
that's the reason why I don't understand Mel. Now you on my where I'm coming from. Because that's why I don't understand Mel. Is that I can understand the first time, I'll even say the second time.
Yeah. But
Martell will charm your panties off if you're not right.
I really feel like he's a good talker.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I mean, he is. He's good looking. Yeah. I can see it. He's cocky, which in itself is something that is just really sexy. I get it, but I have nothing but respect for her to try and stay.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think I would have tried to stay, but I'm not gonna knock her for trying. But me, I would never trust the person again. When I don't trust you, our relationship will never be the same. Because I'm always be like, you went to the store, we're gonna be on Life 360. I'm gonna know where your car is. I'm gonna know when you came home, when you went to work, when your car battery low.
No, you're gonna be like Tasha from just said, look, he your job is 12.6 miles, and you said you went to the store, and that's another 3.8 miles. But if it come back 10.2 miles or 22.8 miles, that means he been over Keisha's house.
That's right. That would be me. We gonna have
and that's too much though.
Your car gonna have a tracker on it. Your friend car gonna have
You joking though, right?
If I'm staying, we're gonna have some understandings because I want to know.
That's probably why. Maybe that's a part of my problem. I can't. If I feel like I have to babysit this grown man, then I don't need to be with him.
I said if I stay, I wouldn't stay. I would not. No,
I mean, but if I did choose to stay, which I can't.
I can understand why she tried. When you make it official before the Lord, you want to give it all, and I understand too. And you have kids. You come from a broken home. He came from a broken home. You always say, "I don't want that for my kids. I'm gonna be different. My kids are gonna grow up with a mother and a father, and we're gonna go on vacations. We're gonna have Christmas pictures. Like that's what you want." She fought for it. Let's see how Alphine. She's new. When you're under narcissistic abuse, love bomb is beyond what a clear, unabused mind can understand.
Well, I don't think he's a narcissist.
Oh, see, that's why you like him. She's one of the characters, but this ain't a book, Joy.
No, not just that. Yeah, he is. He is. I told you. I said that when I write book boyfriends, I'm honest. I don't know. I'm pretty honest about that.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's a narcissist because I do believe when Martell is alone, he is very regretful for the things that he does. I just believe that. I believe that when he's alone and the week when he don't have his children with him and he ain't got nothing to do and he walking his kitchen alone and it ain't nobody there to chit chat with, I think it bothers him. I can remember him even talking about his kids once, and I thought that Carlos and them did a really good. They didn't cut it, and he was doing his confessionals. I could see shame in his face. He didn't even look at the cameras. Remember we talked about that?
Somebody look up the definition of narcissist so we can have it.
I just don't believe that he's a narcissist because a narcissist don't have feelings. A narcissist would not feel anything. I don't think he's a narcissist, though.
I don't want to diagnose, but he has hit every point in the NARC handbook.
Okay. He might be on the spectrum. He might be on the spectrum, but I think a lot of that, I really do have an affinity for Southern men. I don't know about it. But I do think it's a Southern thing because Southern men come across a little bit different than men around this country. They do come across different. They're messier too. They have this, they're just different. They're cocky, they're arrogant, but they also are messy, like can get in the dirt with women.
And then they're also kind of softer,
exactly.
Yeah.
Midwest men are rough around the edges. You a thug. That's what's attractive.
Hey, thugs. Hey, we like you. Come watch our show. Sorry. Narcissist behavior does not prevent you from being shamed or sad. That's why I said look up the definition. I never looked it up, so I don't know what it means. Everything goes back to his ego. I agree with Joy. I think Martell is remorseful. I do too. I feel like, but then he feels that void with Head, and that's not what he should do. He needs to fill that void by running to his wife and tell. Yeah, he felt that void of whatever with her instead of with his wife. I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Sheree. That's my friend, Joe. I'm taking your friend. Okay.
What's she saying? I'm doing it right now. What's she doing? I'm looking it up right now too.
Let's not say it's a Southern thing. Sincerely, a Southern woman. I'm Southern too. Southern men are entitled. Not that they are entitled. Not think they're entitled. They know
they are. They are. I agree with that, Anthony.
Sandy said he's taking with his third leg.
Definitely.
Narc. So who thinks he's a narcissist? Can we get some people saying it?
So. But yeah, that's a good question. Do y'all think he's a narcissist?
I need to see the definition before I say he is. So
I'm sure the answer is yes, but just
I have not experienced an entitled Southern man at all. Okay.
Joy, will you read the definition if you find it?
I got it. It says a disorder in which a person has an inflated sense of self-importance. A narcissistic personality disorder is found more commonly in men. The cause is unknown, but likely involves a combination of genetics and environmental factors.
He's absolutely a narcissist.
Oh, he's a narcissist.
But it says it requires a medical diagnosis, and the symptoms include an excessive need for admiration, disregard for others' feelings, an inability to handle criticism, and a sense of entitlement.
That's him. I mean, it's his picture in the book. It's his picture there.
I think it is.
You gotta have 9 traits in order to be a narcissist.
Webster, his picture needs to be in the
grandiosity, excessive need for admiration.
That's him.
Superficial or exploitative relationships.
That's him.
Lack of empathy. He definitely does. He definitely has empathy. Identity disturbance. I don't know about that. Difficulty with attachment or dependency. That's definitely not true. That. Chronic feelings of emptiness and boredom.
That's him. That's why he go to fellatio. That's why he go get it. Go ahead.
And vulnerability.
That's why he gets it, you said?
He's empty.
I don't think he's empty. His children defeat that. I mean, definitely would take away from that. I definitely think he has empathy, and he definitely doesn't have difficulty with attachment. I just don't see that. You have to hit all of those traits. It's kind of like being on the spectrum. I can agree that he may be on the spectrum, but I definitely don't think he's a narcissist.
So T said I don't think he hits the DSMV definition. I don't think he fits it either.
He does. Yeah. Because I was also saying you have, it's just when you're diagnosed, you have to hit all of those points.
He doesn't hit all. He hit 7 of the 9. He close. He hit 7 of them.
I was married to a Southern man for years, but felt something wasn't right. To make a long story short, I discovered he was cheating.
Absolutely him.
So you stayed together. You stayed together because you thought he was nice, and is that what that said?
Hold on, let me go back.
Because he was nice and hard work and misbehaved.
Oh yeah. But Martell ain't nice sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
He has all 9. I think he has 7 of the 9.
He doesn't.
He has 7.
He definitely doesn't, because he loves those children, and he loves those children of even how he talks to them.
He didn't want to divorce. Everybody wanted to stay together because he was
so
nice
if
and hardworking.
In that situation misbehaving, you don't have to answer. What makes you finally say I'm done? Like, what made you finally leave? I mean, was it if you want to answer, if not, I understand. Martell, somebody thinks he has all of it. Read the next one. Oh, I did. I read it. He's cruel. Mel has been telling him he's empty inside. So I want to go to that. Mel said,
I think he's empty for her.
No.
I think he's indifferent to her. I do believe that.
You think he's indifferent to Melody?
Yeah, at times I believe he's indifferent. I think he kind of sort of has to feel that kind of way because, maybe in his mind, she left him.
There's a whole section.
So he has to be indifferent to her. And Melanie, unfortunately, throws his feelings that he's expressed to her back at him.
Oh.
Because when she gets mad, because she definitely does it on camera, every time she gets mad, she talks about how he wants her. And so she throws it back at him. I can remember when they were
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get rid of them, no. If you really want to turn their feelings off for you, no. If that's your goal. But I do not think that that's Melanie's goal. I think she does that to hurt him, and a lot of times she's not really trying to hurt him. She's trying to really hurt Coleslaw.
Yeah, she's trying to one up him.
She wants to one up him, right? Because that's really not for him or even us That's really for her. But if I'm telling you how I feel about you, or that I miss my family, and we're in the middle of an argument and you throw it up in my face, you can only do that so many times, because that tells me you don't have no regard for me.
So there's a whole section on narcs and their children. So Joy, he still could be one.
Yeah, I think he is one. Can we talk about?
Miss Haven answered the question. Hold on, y'all. She said she moved out. Whoa. So to get away, she moved out of the state. Mel can't leave Huntsville, and she hated. I'm sorry, Mel.
That's something else. Can we talk about that?
We're gonna talk about that. Let me get through these comments, and then we're gonna get there. It's the baby. It's the baby. Look at Wendy Williams. She put up with it for years until the baby. Yeah, you're right. I think she no longer holds his attention because she loved. And T agrees with you. Melody definitely weaponizes his emotions against him.
She does.
I had to leave my home. Girl, misbehaving. Where your house? We would have bought it. He tried to creep in her bed in the middle of the night. Do y'all believe that happened?
Oh, absolutely. Martell wants to. Martell wants to hook up with her, have her say yes in the heat of the moment, and then be able to tell everybody the next morning at breakfast that he was able to get right on back in there.
Oh, why would he not though? Because they've been messing around the whole time they was going through a divorce. All that fighting they was doing in between that fighting.
Why would he not? What?
Good. Yeah. Look, and when you mad,
it's good.
Dang, Joy, look at Joy. Y'all look at Joy. Okay.
I could hold it.
Hell, let me go make somebody mad.
I could see it too. Lord Jesus. All right, I'm done.
Okay. Book boyfriends. That's all I have to say.
Joy, me and Joy are Capricorns. If you can't tell, we have the same emotion. One moment.
So let's talk too about when the post about if she said she took the kids over to the baby or not. We got to still get to that too.
Oh yeah.
That's the end. Yes, we have.
So let me hear you.
Because Joy's already wrong on that part. I'm just gonna tell you.
I comment on that one. I never comment, but I was like, Joy, I have to on this one. Okay, if this person is his everything, his whole restaurant, and you still ain't full, something ain't right. Internal securities, ego, sexual addiction, something is deeper. Do people believe that?
I think it's possible. I think that the question that Melanie asked Martell was a good question. Like, if you're the whole restaurant, which I don't think she was, why aren't you with her? You're divorced. At this point, they've been divorced. I can't remember when they got divorced, but they're divorced. Why aren't you with her? Because there's something else. I don't think he really, maybe Martell is in a space in his head that really being married just isn't for him.
Sandy said she ain't going back. Even if you fight, but sometimes
Sandy.
Fight is real. Okay. I've been there before.
Girl, ain't that much good ass. You, I hate to in the words of Ludacris, you just ain't doing it right.
She ain't tried it. That's what I was saying. She ain't tried it. Once you tried, it's toxic. It is bad. He's still married in his head to Mel. But Joy, you said that I think, and quote me if I'm quoting you wrong, let me know, that he probably is not with Coleslaw because if he gets with her, he knows that Mel is really done. Like there's not a chance.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't think he's with her. I think he's embarrassed to take her out in public.
I don't think that's it.
Well, no, because they said that they were in the Atlanta streets. They was in
that was when everybody was on the low. The world didn't know that was the side chick then. Marcel knew. I mean, Marsau knew.
Been kicking it.
Marsau knew, and Maurice denied that he knew.
Yeah.
But now that it's out there, and then the way she's acting and some of the negative comments that she gets, I don't think that he wants to be in public with her unless they're at a nightclub and they're going to stand there and tell everybody else's business.
The reason that I won't agree with that one, Callie, is because, believe it or not, when they broke up for a hot second and they outed her, she was mad day for a good month. That girl talked about Martell so bad. I've never seen a live of hers, but I saw that one interview that she did with Tasha K. And she talked about Martell so bad.
Really? What are these interviews?
If you remember, second season, when Kimmy actually said her name, they beeped it out in her kitchen. She was saying, I kind of feel sorry for her. The reason that she knew her is because she had been doing interviews via vlogs, and she would never show her face. She would call in to do all of these interviews. She wouldn't show her face.
From what I heard in the streets,
and it was while she was pregnant.
I'm not going to say this
right before she was
pregnant, but that people would not want to deal with Martell business wise if he's with her.
He's hurting himself with that big time, because he's just starting to call out everybody's closet skeletons, and he seems to not care.
If you had a friend like Martell, would you hang around him anymore? If he's gonna call all your crap out, just because you get caught, don't mean I got to get caught.
I mean, some of them, I'm gonna hang around him if I think there's nothing to get busted about. He doesn't care.
Martell calls all people's crap who call him to the table. If you ain't saying nothing about you, what is he saying about Maurice?
What was I missed the very first part of that.
They were saying that Martell, would you hang around him as his friend? Would you, because if you've done something wrong, he's gonna call you out. If you haven't called him out, he fine. He don't talk about Maurice at all. Even though Ariana was saying things, he ain't talked about him. And the only time, because even with the whole side chick and calling Kimmy a side chick, that was where it came from, because Kimmy was talking about Ariana and said her name, and nobody has said her name on camera, and I don't know if he knew whether or not they could air her name.
So when Ariola is talking about Maurice or somebody else, you don't think it's because that Martell told her to?
Absolutely not. That girl is a firecracker. That girl is a firecracker. She can't be controlled.
Well, Joy, listen to this. The mistress has said so much worse about him than Mel, but he loses it if Mel does.
Right.
The mistress has said worse about him. It is true. She said some crazy stuff about him. I mean, she went in very graphic.
Right.
Thank you, T. He only airs out people's stuff. I pay attention. I'm telling you.
He does. I agree.
He ain't gonna tell you. If you ain't told his business, he ain't gonna tell yours.
So why did he say Marceau had 20 women? Did Marceau
and Tisha wouldn't? I think he was more mad at Tisha, but he was taking it out on Marceau because Marceau wouldn't shut his wife up. Because I'm telling y'all, go rewatch this show again. You'll realize that Tisha told about the affair before anybody did. She made the comment to Marceau in their bedroom. Well, I heard the perfect couple ain't perfect. I heard he got a little boo thing.
I remember that. So, okay, Joy.
So she told it before even Melanie did.
So Kimmy told about the car Martell bought. So he bought Ariola a car?
He did not. Okay. Can I tell y'all this story? Have I not told y'all this story? Okay. I'm going to tell, this is a definitive term conversation. Because I'm going to tell you what Mel said to me in her inbox. Because I actually text her in her inbox in Twitter those pictures of Ariana. And she did a Q&A about it. Here it goes. Mel said when she had first heard about the affair, was before the show, she went on Instagram to see what the girl looked like. She took 2 pictures of the girl, of Ariana, and they had her Instagram name on it. She screenshot them and sent them to Tisha. It was 2 pictures. One was a picture of Ariana like in a car garage or something. Mm-hmm. And the other one, Ariana was standing next to her daughter in front of a red BMW. In a flippant way, she said, I guess her and Martell got matching BMWs. Although Ariana had a red, it was short, red. It was a little bitty, the baby Benz. And Martell's Benz is, I can't remember, gray or black, and his is the big Benz, but it was a flippant conversation. Mm-hmm. And Tisha on Mad Day threw that back in her face. If you all remember at the end, at the reunion, Tisha says, well, who told, Martell was like, I ain't never bought that girl no car. I ain't bought her no car. Who told you that? Tisha said, Mel did. Mm-hmm. That's where it comes from. She's in a flippant conversation.
How did she get the BMW? You don't think Martell bought it?
Girl, that was I told you we Googled it because we got no life.
I know.
Everybody
I just want you to answer the question.
So the BMW had a license plate. Mm-hmm. It was an Ohio license plate. You can Google the license plate and it'll tell you the make and the model of the car. It was like a 08 BMW. And this was a picture from, I'm assuming, 216 to 218. It was an old car. Mm-hmm. So although it was a BMW, but it was a car that was almost 10 years old.
So are you saying, yeah, he did buy it. It was just not a lot of money.
I don't think it wasn't 100% clear if he bought it, but but Mel said it was something she said flip it.
Okay.
There's really no proof he bought it, baby.
Yeah. I guess they got and she didn't say that she bought it. I guess they got matching cars or matching BMW. But because if you saw the car, I wish I still had that picture. If you saw the car, they're totally different.
They totally.
And Martell has a big baby, a big Benz. So it wasn't even comparable.
And doesn't Mel have one that was matching his? I think theirs were matching more than him and Ariola's.
I can't remember.
Because Ariola's was red. I saw a picture. She was holding a child. So it was her daughter.
Her daughter, right.
That's the picture.
And most of the pictures that went around, at least they had sense enough to cover up the baby's face.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what else we had. Honda Rose was we done that.
Y'all want to hit on the Whitlows real quick? Can't take too long.
Okay. Oh Lord. Well, we got so much to talk about.
It's 7
Y'all want to talk about Destiny? Did y'all like Destiny's dress and what she said about
that's something else that misbehaved and said, I don't know if that's true, but I heard it. They said she messed up her car.
How she messed up Melody
What was the paint thing that I heard? I heard something about, did she throw paint?
Yeah, throw paint all over.
I know, I heard
the picture was posted.
Yeah.
Melody threw paint over Arion's car.
I think her and her cousin allegedly, and nobody called the police.
Well, good job, Melody.
Why would Ariel not call the police?
Mm-hmm.
Because Martell probably said, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
So what do y'all think about Skits and Destiny
with that woman's husband? I don't know what to say.
Right, like for real.
I think Destiny's dress was cute.
So you like this? Did y'all feel like that Carlos asked Destiny enough questions?
No.
About her divorce? I don't either.
Well, I don't know how much more there was about the divorce to say or not to say, but I will say when he says, okay, well, thank you for being on here. And it's as if you're a friend. I'm keeping you on here because you're a friend, not because she really has anything
to offer.
Yeah. And I didn't like her Jerry curl, but I did like the dress.
I didn't like her Jerry curl either. It looked like Soul Glow. You remember when they were sitting
Soul Glow.
I put this Soul Glow wig
from Coming to America. Yes, it did.
No, Destiny's going to have to share what happened. You think they're going to save that for next season? Maybe. I feel like the only reason.
I don't think they working on it. I kind of got the impression they might be working on it.
Yeah,
I kind of get the impression that one of the reasons why she doesn't talk about it is because they're working on it. I mean, she's even like come out of the house, he cooking. She, they spending some time together.
Yeah,
I kind of think they might be maybe working on it. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, so a lot of people are like, well, you see, this is how you really should handle a divorce. Instead of being so public like Mel and Martell, and we know everything.
It seems like they're
want her off the show for not sharing. So
I agree.
What do you want?
I agree, but I agree with that. Because I mean, if you're really working on it, maybe she should. This is my issue. I think that, in my opinion, Mel and Martell are doing everything wrong, and I only see that in the respects of their children. Because their children will watch the show one day. Mm-hmm. It's just going to happen. And they're going to ask a whole lot of questions. They're going to be mad at their daddy about the affair, but they're also going to realize that affairs are common. I don't think that Mel's reactions, I just think are in.
Affairs should never be commonplace. Those kids do not need to think.
I didn't say it was it is, though. It's an unfortunate reality of life.
Yeah, and it's a really bad situation for Martell to have put his family in. So now it's just a matter of dealing with it because can't go back now. I don't think any of how do you determine how Melody is going to react to this? Who knows? How can we say what she's doing is so wrong? What Martell did is wrong. So when I'm reading all these posts that keep going in on Mel shouldn't have done this, Mel shouldn't have done that, et cetera, et cetera. Dude, look, Martell shouldn't have done anything. Everything that comes after what Martell did is just par for the course. I'm so over people trying to put everything totally on Mel. Well, I know. I know.
Different. I mean, so if because Mel cheated on her, Martell cheated on her, then she could come behind him and blow his brains out. Well, I mean, he cheated.
Well, just let's stick with the basics though, and that has nothing to do with reality, Joy.
Okay,
what is reality though? Reality is that he cheated. He is the one that brought the sadness to this family. He is the one that broke it up. Mel's not sitting behind him trying to blow his head off anywhere. So, if she's upset about something and keeps talking about something, I mean, God, how can you blame her? Doesn't mean that she needs to let it drag on and on and on and on but forever.
Okay, let's ask this question then. Okay. Callie and Jorah having a debate. Do you agree that Mel has the right to continue to express her feelings, feel the way she does, or do you agree with Joy that she needs to stop and move on and just let it go, in the words of Elsa?
Well, she should stop, move on, let it go. No, I mean, there's nothing to let go.
That's what I mean. Has she healed? Has she had enough time, in your opinions, to have healed? Maybe I'll word it that way. Or should she continue to talk out her emotions? What do y'all think?
Well, I wish she would stop talking about it, but I don't know.
Mel should be able to act any way she feels because something was done to her, not the other way around. Act. Yes, Callie. Where's everybody else? There's a whole bunch of y'all on here. It could be a delay though. Joy, you might lose this one.
I don't care. I still feel how I feel.
No one can tell her how long
healing takes, right?
To heal.
And that's my.
I don't think that there is of what's too long. I really can't say, but I'm a person, maybe this is a Capricorn in me. I tend to think that wallowing in pain turns into a punishment.
I don't know if she's wallowing.
I definitely think she's wallowing. Okay. I think that
thank you,
can become a punishment, an emotional punishment. I just don't believe it's just like grieving. Losing a marriage is like a death. It's terrible. I'm not suggesting that she was supposed to turn her emotions off and never look back. She had 14 years with this man with 4 babies. She got to look at them babies I can only imagine what holidays are like, or coming across your Facebook page, because she posts things that she reposted recently. I think it was her son's birthday that she was reposting. So I get that. There's a sense of sadness that comes with that. This is a death. But you have to decide as a person how long you are going to stay in this place of pain.
Right,
I believe that with everything in me. And so do I.
She has to decide.
Sometime. I agree. But I ain't got to co-sign her foolishness.
I don't think Joy.
I don't have to co-sign her. I don't.
But you co-sign Martell's foolishness.
I'm not co-signing.
You have co-signed Martell's foolishness since the minute we knew Martell was foolish. Yes, you have. That's the reason That's the reason we're talking about Mel now instead of Martell. Okay, you're saying Mel is letting all this drag on. No, Mel.
She is. She talks about things that he's begging her not to talk about. Okay. She's begging. She takes, in my opinion, from the very beginning, Mel has decided to make this a subject of the show. He has been begging her to stop.
And she has been begging him not to cheat.
What is the last year's excuse? Because he ain't cheating. They're not married. They're not in the middle of a divorce. They're divorced.
And what's your point?
It's over.
If it's coming up, we're looking at the reunion. It's coming up on the reunion. We're looking at the reunion. It's coming up on the reunion. When they ask about it, is she supposed to say that was 3 years ago? So let's not talk about that right now. Or what do you suggest?
Okay, let's see. Okay,
to get it to stop.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of something that's inappropriate. Let's talk about the end, the conversation. So at the very, very end, it could be creative editing. It could be, I don't know. But the clip that they show for next week, you hear, and I don't even want to say myself, I would really want you all to hear it directly from Mel, because it could be, like I said,
what is it?
Well, let me do some of these questions because I asked the question.
Video, and I was going to read the actual I was gonna actually read. Where is it?
Well, I asked some questions, so let me answer these people's questions that we asked. When she tried to move on, Martell brings things up and be following her, worrying about what she's doing. We can't expect people to move how we want them to move. Absolutely. If we get dirt on other couples, it'll be less focused on Mel. Maybe that's what Martell trying to do, y'all.
And look, and
Hillman coleslaw.
Look, let me say this. This tickled my whole soul when Martell said this.
Martell absolutely opened the door, Sandy.
This was so funny to me.
He deserves every bit
Martell said, "You run up on me. Why I can't run up on you?
After we divorced, right?
You all that running up on me you used to do. That tickles, even when I think about it, tickles my whole soul. It's so funny to me."
Okay. So Sandy, Martell opened the door to this. Now he's dealing with repercussions. Absolutely deserves every bit of punishment. Hell has no fear like a woman scorned. She has the right to match his energy, and he's disrespectful.
Extremely disrespectful.
But through the mud. You normally wouldn't have to work in these situations following the divorce. You get a minute to lick your wounds, but she is supporting people's salary, and she can't. I mean, these people are making money. Melody's hurt is still valid. Joy, I was rooting for you in my Tyra Banks voice. Then you lost.
Wait, I remember that episode. Yes.
She be on it. Honey, she is on it.
Oh my God, I remember that episode.
That was so funny. What was that girl's name?
I can't remember.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
That wasn't Diva, was it?
We didn't even talk about Tiffany and Louis. Do we want to say anything about them?
No, I don't. Okay. I want to talk about
and that's my point. Yeah, they kind of okay. We all agree. All right.
She's a Gemini. See, a Gemini would just cut him.
Here's the thing: when at the end, what's his name? Carlos asks Martell, "Do your children know about your son?"
Right.
Martell responds, "I'm reading exactly what it say on the screen."
Okay.
He says, "Do your children know about your son, your other son?" Mel said, "Yes, Mel told them," and I want to read it exactly the way she said it. So. Hold on.
So Mel told the kids about the other babies. Is that what you're saying?
I want you to read what she said. She said, Mel told them, "And I told my children that you had a child. Whenever we pulled up, while we were there, you and your baby mama and your child, my kids were crying and I had to calm them down. Why did you drive over there? That's pathetic." That was his response. Why did you put your
fellatio penis in her mouth? That's pathetic.
Thank you.
Her pulling up generally, because obviously he wasn't invited. Because if he's saying, "Why did you?"
He wasn't invited to dinner. He pulled up. So we got pulled up. So we have different ways of pulling up. That's okay.
No, I don't care about them pulling up. I care about them pulling up with them babies. I don't care about
Ariola was gonna be there.
That's pure entertainment to me when they do it to each other. I just was giggling about it, not with them babies in the car.
Miss Portia's show with y'all. Let me lay. Okay.
Bye, Latoria. We about to be doing Portia. I mean, I don't care about Portia's show, but okay. So what do y'all think about
that show was so good
so what do y'all think about what Joy's saying? Because Joy feels like that Melly gave Martell more than enough time to share the information with the kids. Okay, well, Miss Behaven's answering before I can ask. Do you think that what Joy's saying, because I feel like Joy's saying that Mel shouldn't have pulled up
with her kids. With her kids.
With her kids. No. Did she know that the girl was there?
Now that's not clear. He just said, but Martell is saying, "Why did you go over there?" Which makes me think, why? He said, when I pulled up, and you were there with your child, which makes me think she wasn't invited. If he's saying, why did you go over there?
Where's over there? We don't know there yet, though.
We don't know what there is. The only thing that I could think of that it wasn't his house. And why did Mel come? Why did she have the kids? Because it didn't seem like a drop off.
Could it have been his mother's house and we're going to see Mama Hope? I'm just asking questions.
I don't know.
Could have been.
Let's say
it's not clear where there is.
So say it is Mama Hope's house. Would you still be mad? Like we're going to see Granny?
If she was invited.
Okay, so here's my response to that.
Wait a minute. Okay, go, Kelly. I've been talking too much. Go ahead.
But he was there too.
Oh, we got some more stuff. Hold on, while you thinking, Callie. If Mel would have pulled up solo, Martell would have thought it was a booty call.
Thank you. And yes, he would have cried.
Mama house because allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but I did hear he's staying with his mother. I don't know how true that is. But the house that he's in, the reason I don't believe that is because when he takes pictures, that's not at his mom's.
Yeah, that's not his mama's house.
But you know what, though? I have no problem with Mel having the kids with her. If wherever they were at and Martell was with that baby, I have no problem with that. Those kids are going to meet eventually. And nothing about the story is going to leave a dry eye, if you ask me. Them kids are, no matter when or who, etc., they're going to be told that while your dad and mom are married under the same roof, raising those 4 beautiful babies, or 3 before Melania was born, your daddy took his third leg.
Melania was born. That baby's a year under.
Yeah, so you're right with 4. Yeah,
they're 4. A year apart.
4. Yeah.
It don't matter when. Your daddy did something that broke the family. And I know it's going to be hard, but this is going to come up eventually. So I don't really care when she
first of all, I would never tell my children. I would never tell my children.
You probably would never have to, because Joy, your husband probably would never cheat the way that this man has cheated.
Never tell my children that.
I would tell.
So, but why would you cheat then? I would cheat, but I would never tell I cheated.
How old are the kids?
I wouldn't tell my children. Look, I'm a strong believer in this. I'm a very strong believer in this.
What, cheating not get busted?
Just roll your eyes about this.
I did. I'm sorry.
Through that screen. She rolled her whole eyes, neck, body.
She knew you about to roll out some bull crap.
But look, I'm a strong believer in this. Whatever parent is vilified will always win in the eyes of the child.
Honey, the daddy is wrong. If they vilify their mama for their daddy having a baby by another woman, the kids ain't smart, child.
So you're saying Martell will always be vilified?
He gonna be vilified.
No, I didn't. I just said
you said whoever was.
If Melanie villainizes him, he will. His son might be indifferent, but them girls will hate her and love him.
Why would they hate her for saying that they got? Okay, how old are the kids? Because I want to answer your question about why I would tell.
Why in the heck would they be mad at their mother for what their daddy did?
Prepare her kids. That's what I was going to say. They go to school.
No sense.
It's not about what their mother did. It's not about what their father did. It's how their mother responded. When you villainize a parent, yes. When you
how do you know how she responded, Joy? Is this in your book?
No, I'm saying how she's responding. Y'all are tripping. What I mean by responding is if you think it's appropriate to pull up somewhere where your father is and this baby mama, who you kind of get the idea that she wasn't invited because he asked, why did you even go there? So
we don't know yet, Joy.
We don't. I said we don't. I said that it could be creative editing, but I'm just saying it gives you the impression that she wasn't invited. But that's just not appropriate. And then to tell them, these kids, that this was their brother, they had discussed that they would do it together, or Martell would do it. She has no place.
She has no place. Okay.
Let me ask you this. What is your reasoning for telling your children that that's their father, other than to either hurt your kids or try to hurt Martell?
Okay, the reason to tell them,
How could y'all not see it anyway?
Okay,
it wouldn't even be my place.
Joy, the reason to tell them kids, the reason to tell them kids they have a sibling after all this time. How old is that baby now? 1, almost 2 years old. The reason to tell them
just turned 1.
Okay,
Callie.
so one. Okay, Joy, it doesn't matter. That's a 1-year-old baby. In this year, those kids could have heard anything. Okay, the reason to tell is so that they're hearing it from a mother or a father before they hear it from gossip over there at over there Mama Wanda's daycare somewhere.
But my point is that's not Melanie's child. That's not Melanie.
But those 4 kids are Melody's kids.
She had no place to tell about somebody else's child. They had nothing to do with her.
It had everything to do with her. Joy, she is the mother of Martell's 4 oldest kids.
And what is the mother having a baby by somebody else have to do with her?
Everything, because that baby is now a part. I'm telling you, because that baby is now a part of the family, an unexpected part of the family. Do you want them kids to really?
That baby is her family.
Oh my God, Jesus
Christ! Really
Joy, what do you mean? That is their
Tessa,
4 kids sibling.
Tessa in this. What is Aphaline? What's your name?
That is their sibling. What do you mean it has nothing to do with her?
Nobody's arguing that it's their sibling.
You hear from
but that family unit has nothing to do with Melanie.
It has everything to do. Those are Melody's kids.
Okay, well,
those kids, but not Melanie.
Those are Melody's kids, Joy.
To tell
she had every place.
Had another child.
It's her kids.
Callie and Joy.
Please.
Callie and Joy.
It's to hurt
I'm about to mute y'all.
Or to hurt them kids. That's
okay, so then Martell did everything he did to hurt them kids? Is that why Martell went and had a 5th child, to hurt his own kids? Did he do that to hurt his kids?
Let's ask the question.
But we trying to put the blame now on Melody? Joy, come on now.
That's good. Okay.
All right, please remember Mel was the wife and not the side chick.
Thank you.
Adrian wants to table it until we see part 3.
According to Miss Braxton, she was the side chick.
Who?
I don't know why you listen to Tony. You talking about Tony and Tamar?
On here?
Because if you're talking about Tamar stayed with an abusive man.
Y'all remember what her mother said? Y'all remember what Tamar's mother said? She said all the girls was at the table with Tamar's mother, and Tamar's mother said, "Don't never ask your husband if he's cheating, because if you find out that you have to be prepared to do something. Because if you decide to stay, he no longer has to respect you, and you become the other woman."
Well, her and that she can't talk either, because she can't even be in the same room with that man because he cheated on her. She gave him a lot of time to do it. She did. I feel like what age are these kids? If they're
what you confused about, LaShante?
I'm confused too, honey, LaShante. I tried to stop them from talking, LaShante. They wouldn't be quiet.
Yeah, I'm confused too. I can't even understand how she's even trying to say that Melody has no say-so in this. Those
Tessa
are her
ain't
kids.
said nothing. Are you waving the white flag, Tessa? I'm like, we don't know what happened, first of all.
It could be creative. We don't really know. We gonna see.
It was the mama's house. She was taking.
Yeah, we don't really know. The only thing we know for sure is that Martell broke up his family to go be with a side piece he don't even want a side piece of no more. That's what we know. Them kids needed to hear. Martell ain't told them yet. You want TMZ to tell them? Let's just get Jason Lee to tell them. How about that? They're going to hear it from somebody. It might as well be their mom or dad.
So Martell Jr. is 9. So he going to go to school. You know that all them mamas watch the show, and Huntsville is small.
And all of them got phones.
You know that little knucklehead boy you go to school with, daddy got a baby by coleslaw.
And if Whitley is anywhere, what's her name? The Whitlows? If Tiffany Whitlow is anywhere, Tiffany be done told them before mom and dad did. With her talking, but...
I don't knock Mel for doing that. Anything? What else we got, y'all? Because we still got to do Portia, which
I don't knock her either.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, we had so many comments. I done skipped them. Oh, he is still getting that action. You think he's still with Coleslaw? Sandy?
Oh yeah, yep. He's still with her, and then he gets up and goes to be with somebody else.
Find it. LaShante said kids ask questions, but she agreed with you. She said no.
I do agree that and it was Martell should have told him. I just don't think that. I strongly believe that. I just don't think it was her place to tell him,
Marsha,
especially in a hostile situation.
Well, he shouldn't have cheated and made it a hostile situation. He shouldn't have done that.
You didn't just say her say, and the kids were crying.
That's because they found out they had a brother.
And you think that
they gonna cry anyway.
As a parent, you think that was
oh my God. So do you think when Martell tells them they're not gonna cry? Do you think that when they daddy tell them they're not gonna cry?
You think when one of those babies, when those babies say to Martell,
but he should have dealt with that. That should have all of that hurt should have been on them.
Okay, and all of that hurt, no matter who it comes
should have been on him,
mom or dad, it's going to make them kids cry
in the face and say, "I unfortunately," but I mean, I didn't had another baby. He should have had to tell.
But he should have, and he did not.
Well, because Mel didn't give him an opportunity to.
Well, how many opportunities you gonna give him, Joy?
It ain't
keep giving this man all the opportunities.
Joy, you really need to quit.
He's a grown man.
What was it, the first or second episode when they were all sitting down in the park talking about when is this little girl, when are our kids going to meet the brother? That he's not doing anything about that because it's sad no matter who it comes from, whether it's from mama or daddy. Martell is going to have to explain, yes, I broke up our seemingly happy home in the middle of COVID to go over there and toss somebody else's salad, and now here is the result of it, a divorce and a 5th child.
So I now understand. So Tessa, you giving up. You just ain't going to even try. You got to try. We got to try. This is what bothers me. You blew your whole family up sneaking and cheating, and now you can't hang.
Yeah.
What he should have done and what he did are two different. Thank you. The situation presented itself. Mel had to address it right then.
Exactly.
I need to see what happens. I feel like
we don't know all the details.
Mel asked him several times when he was going to tell them. They are not adjusting to this divorce. I hate that. But I just want to know, did they run up? Was she going to Mama's Holt's house? This is what I feel like. To see Mama Holt, and she didn't know Slaw was going to be there, because Slaw do be there, we heard. And
so that means she didn't call.
So, I've never been in this situation, so you got to call to take your kids to see their grandmama. I don't know.
I would just call just to make sure they was there.
But if she ain't there, we gonna leave. I used to go by my grandma's house without calling, but I ain't had no side baby, so it might be different protocol for people's side kids.
Definitely.
Maybe she didn't know.
I wouldn't. If I'm planning on going by my mama's house, my own mother, I would call her and say, "Mama, you at home?" I would just call her because
how far do you live from her? It depends on the distance.
I live rather close to my mother.
And you
I'm
still call
maybe about 2-3 miles.
There ain't no point calling. Let's just calling over here to grandma.
But I'm just saying, when I'm on the other end of my street, I don't go on the other end that often. If I go get my nails done or I'm on the other end, I would, even if I'm right around the corner, I would call my mama just to see if she at home.
Most people don't call. They just go over. If you close, we by Nanny Sue house. Let's go see Nanny Sue. See if she home.
Yeah, see if she home. Exactly.
You go by and see. That's what they do.
I would call Nana Sue.
Lord. I don't.
In the middle of a pandemic, you absolutely would call.
Well, in the middle of a pandemic, according to Martell, you absolutely would go cheat on your wife.
He cheated on his wife with a new baby.
But y'all
you expect more melody than Martell.
This is the problem that I had. Everything goes back to that. We're talking about, let's stay
That's
on
what started it all.
We're talking about Mel, she allegedly stopping by her mother-in-law's house in the middle of a pandemic. That's just common sense. I would call. What if she had company? I wouldn't. Exactly.
Come out and wave in a. Have you not seen the drive by? People drive by the house. They go.
Yeah, but usually people call before they even do a drive by. I would never just pop up to somebody's
making excuses for this stuff now.
What kind of people are y'all?
The kind that don't have to call ahead of time when I'm going to visit my family.
You gotta call to come to my house on general.
Well, Joy, you wouldn't be inviting me to your house anyway, so I'm not even gonna worry about it.
She must have an open freaking door. I mean, I don't think
exactly.
Over there.
Don't nobody need to call. This is family, please.
Okay. No,
close family. It's not like you driving 2 hours away.
In my opinion, that doesn't matter. In my opinion, that's rude.
We don't even know if it's Mama Ho's house, but
we don't. But I think that's extremely rude. I mean, even
really?
my
it don't matter.
Extremely rude. My cousin,
grandmother.
You guys, it is 7:28. Who cares how rude it is to go over family member's house without calling in advance?
You at home, you want some company. That's rude to pop up at somebody's house.
At your grandmama's?
It don't matter. That's rude.
Pop up at my grandmama's house. That's
extremely rude.
And she loved
that's
it.
family. Exactly. You know what? That's not really to argue about. It's just a difference in family dynamic. You know what? I don't have to go call in advance to go and visit certain family members, especially if they live close. I'm coming to drop off the kiddo. I don't need to call.
Anyway, anything else? I done dropped my phone, so I don't have no more notes.
Oh my God.
So anyway, are we gonna do next Monday? Because I don't have any meetings or anything. We'll be live again next Monday for this third part. We're gonna do Portia after this, unless people have something else they want to talk about. We're gonna jump off of this one. And I didn't really watch the show. I watched a few clips, so I'm just gonna be talking about a few things.
It shouldn't take too long because we all know the outcome.
I don't got nothing to say about this show, but anyway, we're gonna go live.
I don't know. We don't know. A lot of this is just guessing. This is a preview. So what we're just kind of debating is really a preview, and it could be editing. We're just guessing. The way that they pieced it together, it gave you the impression that Mel did a pop-up. We don't know where it is. We guessing about the mom.
Yeah, we guessing.
I'm guessing it was the mama's house. And then because I thought that was the safe space to go to the grandmama house, but evidently it's not.
It is.
In some families it's not. But anyway, we're gonna get off of here. Oh, let me do our social media stuff. Callie made a nice little graphic. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us, subscribe on all those things.
That needs to be our back thing.
It is, I think. But since
it's nothing there.
I tried to up.
You talking about that? Were you talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
It's on a backdrop.
I can't see it.
Can't see it really. And then let's see.
It says upload a picture. It don't have anything on it.
Oh, really? We should have one. Okay. Okay. So we are moving on. Let's Shantae. Do you watch Portia's family reunion? If so, we're gonna get off of this one and jump back on.
Yeah, right, Joy. That's what I keep saying. All right, this call went on really, really long.
That's our chatter up page.
Oh, I'll fix that. We should have one. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking it should be that thing right there. That was good. I like that.
Velma, you late, okay?
Joy, on this one, it was not Mel's place to tell. Martell should have told the children.
My whole thing is this is the issue. This is something else. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
People want to hold Martell responsible or hold him accountable. Want him to be held accountable for what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
But that was an opportunity to make him have to tell his children to their face what he has done.
And we just go wait.
And Mel, in my opinion, took that away from him. He should have had to deal with those emotions. So now Mel has to drive with these kids, these crying children, to calm them down. That should have been on Martell. Martell should have.
Joy, you getting real dramatic.
He should have had to explain.
You getting real dramatic. He was given the opportunity, and he didn't take that opportunity. He didn't do it. So no matter when it's done, them kids are gonna cry because Martell put this on the family, not Melody.
Look,
no, they ain't gonna remember that, but okay.
We're gonna do Portia for 30 minutes.
Why wouldn't they remember it? There's a whole baby there to make them remember it. Why wouldn't they remember it?
They're just gonna remember how their mom told them.
Oh, please. You trying to tell me they're gonna remember mama's voice instead of an actual kid that's now a part of their life forever?
How you
Joy,
know
come on, you
9
reaching
months?
Well, she was pregnant. He had 9 months when she was pregnant.
I wouldn't have told those children until I had a blood test anyway. I get waiting until you came
out. Y'all.
Thank you, LaShante. You are my friend. Please, y'all come and watch us on Portia. My dog is saying bye. All right. I'll see y'all in a sec.
All right.
Let me end this one.